So, Nicci, pretty amazing what you've done in the last few weeks and hardly got your feet on the ground again. And the reception that you've had after winning that World Cup medal, it's been extraordinary how Ireland has finally woken up to the fact that, yeah, you can play hockey. Yeah, you can win a silver medal, and look what you did. But let's rewind because there's so much to this story of how you achieved the medal that you did in the end, because you went into those games, what now, 2 months ago. What were your realistic expectations as a team, and how you had prepared, and how you felt as a team?
Well, we felt really good going into the tournament because we had played nearly 16 games in the lead up to it over the maybe 2 or 3 months before that. And we had some really good results. You know, we
Mm.
played Germany, Olympic bronze medalists in Rio, and we beat them. We played Japan in a three-test
Mm.
series here in Ireland, and we beat them as well. So, we were performing really well and actually, generating results from them that were, did nothing but give us confidence on the lead into the World Cup. So, for us being second lowest ranked in the tournament, our goal was literally just to get out of the group. That was our first goal anyway, because we knew, we've got India and USA there that are potential teams that we could take points from. Didn't quite expect to take them off the USA as easily as we did, but I think that game one just gave us the huge boost of confidence, and it was just, everyone just played with such freedom. And to do that in your first game, it just means that you just carry the momentum on and on and on. And honestly, the way we started and the way we finished that game probably set the tone for the rest of the tournament for us.
And it felt like that. And I remember my text to you after each game, what just happened? And it was going from what just happened to I'm gobsmacked. You were just getting better and better. I mean, the fact that you beat the USA in the first, well, that was mind blowing. I mean, no disrespect, obviously, but we weren't expected to beat them as like, and so convincingly. We just brushed them aside, like Team USA.
Yeah.
And then on you went, and I think I might have said to you in our text, that would give you so much confidence, and as you say, set the tone, set the scene, and the whole morale in the team must have been fantastic as you went on to your next round. I'm sure there were moments when you were thinking, what's really happening, when you were getting through the tournament and still winning. And I know that England, there was England, and there was then the small matter of the Netherlands. But by the time you got there, you must have been feeling like we can do anything.
Yeah, like I think, over the last couple of years we have beaten teams ranked within, the top five or at least inside the top 10. And so, we've always been kind of knocking on the door. We never quite made it obviously to the last Olympics, but we got, agonizingly close. And so we've just been on this journey where our confidence has been building and building and building, and our performances have been getting better and more consistent. So, we honestly didn't fear anyone that we went up against in the tournament. And even when it came to the Netherlands, we didn't fear them. They were just so much better than us. And,
Hmm.
they're number one in the world for a reason. And to be honest, they're so much better than everyone in the world. So
Yes.
it didn't really matter whether it was us or whether it was someone else. They were putting 6 and 7 goals past most teams. And so, yeah, I think this for us, the semi-final was probably more like the final. We knew Spain quite well. We play them on a regular basis every year, and we emptied the tank. It was hot. It was stressful. There was a lot of pressure, and I thought we did quite well. And then when it got to the shootout, we've got the best keeper in the world, and we've got girls who were excellent at stepping up and taking the 1v1s, like so calm, just slotting them in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, when you have that sort of confidence within a team and within yourself individually, you can kind of just be unstoppable. So
Yeah. Well,
that's
you
sort of what
obviously felt.
happens.
Yeah. Did you sleep much during that tournament?
No, not really. I mean, our games were quite late, and so, every time we won, we were just like
So
we were
high.
just on so high,
Yeah.
and it was so hard to come back down. You're 10 o'clock at night and you're still sitting there wired. Even at 12 o'clock, I'm lying there staring at the ceiling, kind of going, how am I going to bring myself to get to sleep? So we actually started to do like this meditation as a squad, and with our
Uh,
physio, she would do this relaxation and meditation sort of stuff that would help us, calm our minds and bring us back down. So that was about the only thing that sort of helped.
What were your stand? I mean, must be so many moments if you were to write the book to this, Nicci, and the tournament of a lifetime, really, for you guys, for every one of you.
Mm.
Uh, would there be any standout moments that that you would make a journal note about that you would reflect on for years to come?
I think like there is a lot, probably just the whole togetherness of the team was just it just came together so well for us, and it's something that we've been working on over the last couple of years. But I don't think the squad has ever been more together as it was on the build up and inside this tournament. I mean, everyone just stepped up, did their roles, and did it for the team, and it was, when you can put it together like that for every single game, it just goes to show what you can do. And I think that would probably be my most favorite probably memory of the whole thing. Being on the squad for the last 10 years, you see so many different people coming in and out, and obviously me being one of the older players, I just thought the younger generation of our squad sort of made that happen, which was fantastic to see, and it just means going forward, they're going to be in this squad for a long time, and hopefully they can continue to keep that togetherness.
And what did you take away from the tournament as a player? How did you think you grew?
I don't know. That's a good question. Probably just, you know, doing, just making sure you did your role. Like everyone was doing their role so well that it just sort of meant that, okay, I need to do my role so that I'm giving something to the team. And, everyone brings that sort of different element to the team. Everyone brings their own, something to it. And I think that for me, to bring that every game was important to make sure that I was, playing my part for the rest of the team. So that would probably
You
be
certainly did
one of the
that.
things I learned.
Yeah, you certainly did make your contribution to the team. And now you have to wonder what next because you got back to Ireland to a hero's welcome. You would think you'd won the gold, but that silver was just as good as gold as far as Ireland was concerned, wasn't it, for the reception you got?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we had no idea what was really going on back at home. We were kind of off social media. We didn't hear or see or know anything of the magnitude of what had happened back in Ireland. So when we got back to Dublin City and we were up on the stage in Dame Street and we looked out and saw thousands and thousands of people, we were just completely overwhelmed, and it was just amazing. We didn't really know what was going on. Like we had no idea that the whole country had gone mad for it. But, over the last couple of weeks of talking to everyone and anyone about where they were in the country and, how they went about trying to get the match on in these little country pubs down in Ireland and, watching it on their phone, traveling in the car somewhere. It was just the things people did just to try and follow along was
Yeah.
amazing. So, yeah. It was
And then you
incredible.
got your singing and dance routine. Let's not forget that. I mean, you didn't just go out on stage. You've got a routine going now, you girls, and I think it's going to be the new haka.
Yeah, yeah, our Mariah Carey song. Well, we got obviously gave us a shout out on Twitter, which was just we couldn't believe it. I mean, Mariah Carey has 20 million followers, and she decides to send a tweet to the Green Army. Like it's just oh yeah, you would never have thought it, but yeah, that was something that kind of came about again through one of the younger players, Zoe Wilson. She kind of came up with this thing that, playing in the World Cup felt a little bit like Christmas, and every night, the night before a big game, it was kind of like Christmas Eve. And when we'd go out and do our mobility in the morning in the centre of London, everyone was on their way past going to work carrying their briefcases or, on the phone on the way in. And we were sitting there, stretching and singing All I Want for Christmas Is You. So we got a few funny looks, but a lot of people, as the tournament went on, they were like, that's the Irish hockey team, and they'd start to embrace it. And yeah, it was a good part of the tournament anyway.
It's amazing the impact that you've had, and you have made people in the sport pay attention back in Ireland. And I think there's some money coming your way. But I read somewhere you were blogging recently, Nicci, that it's going to take a lot more than this to get you to a professional level, to take you where you need to go, because obviously the Tokyo Olympics is the next main goal for you to qualify for that. What does that look like now for you? This tournament's over. What's the way forward for the Green Army?
Yeah, I think like, it's great to hear that there's more funding being talked about, and, that people are starting to recognize that we achieved something on a very small budget. But it's hard, to really know exactly how much we need. And I think what's more important is actually just the sort of setup and the platform that we put in place, rather than just kind of coming up with a lump sum of money or that kind of thing. Because we're ranked eighth in the world now, which is 8 places above from where we were. So, if you look at the other teams inside that top eight, most of them, if not all of them, are on a professional sort of setup, professional program. And so, that would be ultimately our goal, is that we can train and we can be together on a professional basis, and that the athletes can be looked after in the same way if we do want to maintain our position as a top eight team in the world. So yeah, it's difficult to put a figure on it, but I think that, rather than maybe coming up with a figure, that maybe the plans in place should be to, or the conversations that are being had should be about putting the plans in place for a more professional program. And that might take some time, but I think, well, first of all, we need to get a pitch, because we don't even have one. But yeah, I mean, I think ultimately our goal would be to become a professional setup, and that would be the hope for us going into Tokyo. If we want to continue to qualify and do well in major tournaments, that would be probably what's most needed.
So when do you get back out on the pitch, and when do you get together with the girls again? I mean, where does that all fit into your life now, your new life?
Yeah, well, we've actually spent quite a bit of time together since we got back. There's a bit of separation anxiety around the place. So the girls some of them have been on holiday, but those that have been here, we went up to Belfast. We did a little trip up there. The girls came down to my race at the weekend. And so we're just trying to enjoy all of the success from the World Cup as much as we can. But a good few of our players have actually just gone abroad to play in Europe. So I think there's 3 or 4 of the girls heading off to Germany. There's 2 of them heading off to Holland and things like that. So we kind of enter into the club season now, where that's kind of the main focus for the next couple of months before we sort of enter like a physical block for the national program again. And then obviously, with whatever funding is going to be put in place, we have to see like sort of what our program looks like and how much contact time we can even have together. But for me, I'm due to head back to the States in the next couple of weeks and take back up my position as a data engineer with Juncos Racing. And I'll just have to keep on top of my running and gym program as much as I can, and until I can return and join back up with the girls again.
Well, you mentioned that you've got a couple of reasons that you need to stay where you are before you come back to the US, because you've got this documentary that's being made about you. We should mention the extensive media coverage that you've had. You've been, in TV stations and radio stations and doing print. I mean, you've been run the whole gamut of the media. The interest in you all and you individually has been enormous since the hockey tournament ended. I mean, now weeks ago, the interest is still there. It's still, people want to know your story, don't they?
Yeah, I think everyone wants a piece of us somewhere, and I suppose that's sort of what we've earned on the back of getting a silver medal, which is great because, we deserve the exposure that we're getting now. And, we probably didn't get it in the past, even though we put in the same amount of work and the same training and everything. So it's great for us. And I think it's a big opportunity for us to take this opportunity and to give ourselves as much exposure as we can, and to help build our sport, and to help, build the success of women in sport, and especially in Ireland. So, yeah, we've had a lot of media duties, but at the same time, it's probably something that we've earned, and yeah, it's great for women and great for our sport.
Well, for sure, because it's going to give you hopefully more interest, get more interest from potential sponsors as well, right? It's a chicken and egg. You need the exposure, you need the sponsorship, you need the government support, you need the support of the governing bodies of the sport, and all of that. when you look ahead to, obviously Tokyo is on your map and on your radar now, but how long do you see your hockey career going? I mean, what are you realistically looking at in terms of your goals in the sport, then, Nicci?
Yeah, I'd say probably Tokyo would be certainly a goal now. And, after what we just did in London a couple of weeks ago, it makes it more inviting, I suppose. And so the qualifiers are not that long away. I mean, I think they're next May or something like that. So it's just a short period of time. And I think, success tends to breed success. And if we want to, give ourselves that opportunity of qualifying for Tokyo, that it would be sort of realistic to try and keep building from where we left off. So probably after that, I'll be done. I'll be
Okay, all
32.
right. Well, we always follow your story, and you've got your blog on the website from Pitch to Pits. Anybody can watch and
Yeah.
read more about what you're doing when you have time to blog, of course. And we'll catch up with you on video from time to time, Nicci, and continue to tell your story. So thanks for taking the time to do this. I know you're much in demand now, and you probably just want a day off, don't you?
Yeah, well, today was my first day off, so it's kind of been weird because I've just been used to getting up and sort of having a plan in place of what I have to do today and what's going on and things like that. But I literally got up today and was like, what am I going to do? So I haven't done anything.
Well, that's
So
nice.
quite enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. No.
certainly well deserved for sure. All right, well, we'll continue to
Yeah.
follow the story, Nicci. Thanks for stopping by and catching up with you again. Huge congratulations on that silver medal, and of course for your race and raising so much money in memory of your dad. So good luck. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me. I'll see you soon.